What's up, everybody? Gibson's Lawn Service checking back in. Guy wrote in a question. He says, "Hey, Gibson, can you answer this question? When did you know that it was the right time to buy your second truck?" I knew it was the right time to buy my second truck. When this truck I'm driving, I'm going to tell you what happened. Once you have truck, trailer, mower, once you need a backup of everything. Once I had a backup mower, backup trimmer, backup everything, I said, man, nothing can stop me in a business sense. Not saying nothing can stop me, but I was like, if something tear up, I have a backup. And then I thought about it. I said, well, and this is what I used to say. I said, well, if my truck go down, I can use my wife Yukon and still get to work. But I was at a crossroads. See, it was either buy another truck or buy a dump trailer. I said, well, I can go ahead and buy the dump trailer. I said, but if my truck ever go down, my wife Yukon can't pull the dump trailer. And I remember praying to the Lord. I prayed to the Lord that this truck I'm driving right now would give me no problems until I was able to get another truck. So what happened, the Lord gave me 12 months. I remember like it was yesterday. This truck I'm driving did not have a single problem for 12 months. So in the midst of me thinking about that, I went and bought my dump trailer. I financed it. I ain't buy it, I financed it. And after I financed my dump trailer for 12 months, I had zero problems with my truck. Zero. Then I said, man, I need to buy another truck, but I want to wait until my dump trailer is paid off before I buy another truck. So I was looking, and everybody wanted 20 and 30,000, which I couldn't afford. So I said, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just pay my dump trailer off and probably spend about 30 on a decent one. Well, then I found a $46,000 F-250 four-wheel drive crew cab. It was like a year old. I said, yeah, I'm gonna pay my dump trailer off, and then I look into buying something new. Well, I always kept searching. Well, I ran across an identical work truck as this one, $17,000. It was too cheap to pass up. That's why I went ahead and I wasn't financially ready to buy that truck, but I forced myself to buy it, and I'm glad I did, because after I bought it, that's when this one started having a few problems, had to go in the shop. But the Lord answered, he honored my request. So, Eddie, ain't nothing to complain about. Then you says, was it when the money was there? The work was there? No, the money wasn't there. No, let me repeat, the money was not there when I bought my second work truck. The money wasn't there when I bought my dump trailer. The money was never there for nothing. Everything in my business was financed to put on a credit card. Now, 90% of it is paid off today, but I'm just giving you some facts, some honesty. All right, he also says, also at this time of how expensive trucks are, would you consider buying a new one off the lot or still buying used so you get the miles and warranty? Now, I said this before, I say it again. You don't need a warranty on something brand new. You need a warranty when it gets old. And ain't nobody can give you no warranty. Like right now, my truck's 200,000 miles. Now I need a warranty. Now, for what I do, I just need a truck to hook up to a trailer to pull grass, to cut grass, and to hook up to a dump trailer. I'm not spending 50, 60, 70, 80,000 on that. The most I would spend on a work truck is $25,000. There will always be a $25,000 four-wheel drive truck sitting around somewhere for me to buy. There will always be one. There will always be one. I wouldn't, unless my tax bill $100,000 and my CPA say, look, man, either you can give Uncle Sam $100,000 or you need to go out and buy a $70,000 truck so we can give Uncle Sam $40,000. That's the only time I do that. But other than that, I'm not buying a brand new truck. He also says, that's the only thing he says. Listen, you can never play it safe in business. If I wanted to play it safe, I would have stayed on my full-time job. In business, you have to force yourself to become uncomfortable. That's what you have to do in business. Always push yourself to get to the next level. Never be comfortable and never take the easy route out. And look, When it's time to buy that piece of equipment, just buy it. Finance it. Buy it. Whatever you got to do. You need to do whatever it takes to push that business to the next level. Whatever it takes. Whatever